I just bought this used Ford Maverick. I like the truck, but the accent colors in the truck are orange. I don't like the orange. I want it to be simple, I want it to be sleek, and I could buy a black tray on Amazon for 25, 30, 40 bucks. But why would I do that when I've already spent thousands of dollars on tools and I can build my own wooden tray? It might not be safe, it might not fit, but let's do it. The phone is on the tray right now. I think it would make sense to use this 1/2-inch cherry that I have. So this cherry fits exactly into the tray. So I think what I'm gonna do is kind of try to assemble it piece by piece, because that's gonna be easier than measuring. Just laying out some of the elements and making sure everything is fitting together so far. So snug. I'm using CA glue to assemble the tray, which is just like fancy super glue. You spray it and it dries instantly. The tray's not going to get that much wear and tear, so it should be plenty strong enough. So beautiful, so angular. Looks good, and now it's time to get it sanded because it's going to be very annoying to sand in that small area once it's all glued up, so gotta sand it first. Just chiseling out some of the dried CA glue so it is less visible in the tray. Now I'm going to glue up the other pieces. I always think it's funny when woodworkers say like how to save money by building something, and then invariably in the comments there's a bunch of angry people saying, yeah, if I had thousands of dollars worth of tools. But for me it's sort of like the inverse experience. Because I have so many tools, I feel like it's justified anytime I save even 1/10 of the price of one of my tools. Then it means I have an excuse to buy more tools, and the vicious cycle continues and continues until I have every tool that exists, which probably, if I'm being honest, is my ultimate goal. Well, you really don't need every tool. There are some tools that really punch above their weight. Like, I think if you have a table saw, you don't need a miter saw. If you have an orbital sander, you don't need a router in a lot of cases. It just depends on what you're making, and there's ways to do it. But of course, you can't figure that out until you buy all the tools and find out which tools matter and which tools don't. And what is a truck if not just a really large tool? I need the truck in order to transport wood and to transport other tools. And really, ultimately, it's just an excuse to be able to have a truck, which makes me the biggest tool of all. Okay, so now we get to do what I think is the best part of any woodworking project, and that is apply finish. Despite that incredible lead up about how cool it is to apply finish, I somehow managed to not actually film any footage of me applying the finish, but here's me wiping the finish off of the tray that already has the finish on it. Get ready for an abrupt cut to the finished tray in the truck. Oh my god, it looks so incredible. So much better than the cheap orange rubber plastic that was there before. The Maverick's got a pretty cheap interior, so definitely liking it classed up with the wood. Made that other piece off camera, but happy overall. Thank you for watching. There's the beauty shot of the tray in all of her glory.